A dowel hip hinge is just another variation of a bodyweight hip hinge. It just gives you a way to cue what the back and spine is doing and which direction the hips are going as you're going through this motion. So if you have a dowel or a broomstick or something that looks kind of like a stick and you can place it behind your back, that's going to be where you start. Now if you don't have a lot of shoulder mobility, this is going to be a harder one, but it is a good way to warm up the shoulders if you do it with both alternating which arm is on top. So you're going to place it on your back so that your head, the middle of your back, and basically your tailbone are in contact with the dowel. You're holding the dowel behind the neck as much as you can, and then in the middle of the back where your spine kind of curves forward, there's a little gap there, you should be able to slip your hand into that spot. Now from here, your goal is to press your tailbone into the stick and see how the stick starts to tilt. This is basically cueing how well I'm doing the hip hinge exercise. So you're pressing your tailbone into the dowel starts to move forward, but notice I'm not doing this. So the dowel should not come off of your back. You shouldn't have this rounding of your upper back. And if you notice that you do that with a deadlift or a hip hinge, that's why this is going to be a good one to use. So back stays nice and flat, press your tailbone into that dowel, and if you get to the point where that's as much mobility as you've got because your hamstrings are screaming and they're not going to let you go any further, then that's all you have. That is okay. You're just going to work that range of motion, and the more reps you get in of that, usually your hamstrings will start to let up a little bit and you'll be able to get a little bit more range of motion. But once again, if you go really, really far down, you're going to eventually reach a point where that's as far as your hamstrings are going to let you go. And if you try to keep bending, the dowel comes off the tailbone. So only as far as you can go with the dowel still in contact. And then from here, you can progress back into a regular bodyweight hip hinge or into a deadlift variation.